Hello guys, welcome to Purgatory. Pain and suffering. And looking at Omegaverse book art. They go hand in hand. Together. They hold hands. They shake hands. They're best friends. They're lovers. I am already saying dumb stuff, so we have to quickly move on before I lose my mind. I'm filming this because I have no short-term content planned, but a lot of long-term. So while I'm trying to figure out ways to do that, we're looking at Omegaverse book art. So when I struggle, you struggle too. You signed up for it. If you don't know anything about Omegaverse, I already have videos on it, and I just realized I could do a video for introducing people to the Omegaverse, things that you should know as a beginner. I'm so smart. I've made videos on it before, but never really about Omegaverse book content. So I'm going to be looking at some Omegaverse Omegaverse book covers. Yeah, I said it right the first time. Let's go struggle. So immediately my eyes are drawn to this. But then I see something here and it looks to be the same. And then I see eBay. I didn't mean to click on it, but I did. Furry anthro-roman. I mean, that's not what furry means, right? But, oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Well, I hate that I got here. What the fuck? Omega Academy. That looks like a doll. Like, no, it actually looks like you took a picture of a doll and used its face. Is this AI? A reverse harem. Why? Why, though? The more people write about love triangles and, like, harems and reverse harems, the more I realize people who are monogamous but talk down on polygamy or just call themselves polyamorous or monogamous really wish that they were polyamorous. The only reason that the majority of us aren't is because of jealousy, and that is a very large subject to go into. It's not strictly just because of jealousy, but it also is, but for a lot of deeper reasons, and it's probably connected to racism. It's not a video. It's not this video. It's a video for another time. But I truly think that a lot of monogamous people wish they were not monogamous and wish that they were, why do I keep forgetting the word? Polyamorous. But I really do think that a lot of monogamous people wish that they were polyamorous. That's how y'all are acting with this, like, reverse harem, love triangles, shipping 3 or more people together, especially when it's a love triangle. And it's like, maybe something to explore in therapy. But I don't really know that we have the therapy means for that in therapy, since the world is just strictly monogamous most of the time. Anyways, buying his Omegaverse science fiction romance. Why are his veins popping at me like that? Drink water, sir. Oh my god, might have to censor this one out. An Alpha Omega Mpreg story. Omega's first. Omega House Book 3. Just show his cock at that point. We have done too much editing to this picture. It could have been a nice picture, like, truly, but, like, there's too much editing done here. I love that, like, all of these are the exact same, too. It's just showing that this could be the same man for all I know. Really, it could just be the same person. Omega in the sand. Omega on call. Omega destiny. Omega worth keeping. Omega changing tides. Omega's capture. Known desire. At least we have a little bit of a difference. Jesus. And Omega's awakening. Omega's choice. Omega in the sand. It's so funny to me. I thought that said gagged. Knotted Omega. Oh, no, 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 no. You cannot, on a page of a book, put knotted Omega series. What does that even mean? Captive of the Alpha. Revenge is what I live for. Caden, what? I stole Chloe away from the Omega harem. Is this just misogyny, but, like, with extra steps? Okay, I get it. Ooh, it's on here also. Try it for 0. Another book idea? Video idea. Kill yourself. I stole Chloe away from the Omega harem. She's only the means to take revenge. I made her against her will, soul bonded her without her consent. I'm a rapist. I took away all choice from her. I hurt her to get back at those who wronged me. That's good. I hadn't counted on developing feelings for her. She deserves better. Tenderness, touches, kitches, none of which I can give her. I intend to destroy her. Ruin her. Take back what is mine, including her. This is the first book in Kaden and Chloe's story in the emotional and action-packed knotted Omega series. Dystopian paranormal romance with Omegaverse male-female flavor. I'm sorry, but there is no flavor in male and female romance. I've never seen a good one. I'm just saying. No cheating. Just rape. Snarly, tattooed, possessive male who will do anything to claim what's his. This book has themes of a sensitive nature, which may elicit an emotional response. So this is just misogyny with extra steps. I see. It's misogyny with extra steps and rape and everything, but there's a reason for it. Don't worry, there's a reason for it. It's because he just can't control because he's the alpha. And she's probably okay because she's the Omega. She's used to not having a choice or rights. Rape is in her DNA, right? And also just look at all of these good reviews, please, for a rape book. I just want to... A little bit of taboo when Kaden mates with Chloe against her will is just the tip of the iceberg as we dive into the story. As for ice, have some handy because you'll need to cool off as things heat up as he rapes her. We're going to move away from this because it's the worst thing I've ever seen. Should I do a video on it? Moving away. Omega's forbidden heat. What could label a heat as forbidden in a world where a heat is the same as a period? Omega for protective alpha. Why? Wolf shifter impreg fated mates romance. Omegaverse MC. Why was that so long? Bad alpha. And I assume it's too good to believe, it's too good to be true to believe that she's the alpha. Let's look. Let's look. No. No. This is not based on Adam and Eve. It's not. No. This literally can't be true. Eve had one job, kill Adam. But when her mark for the night turns out to be a gift-wrapped Omega, so she is the alpha. Eve can't resist delaying the job and enjoying the opportunity before her. Is the Omega male or female? That is a question. One bite is all it takes, so she's a piece of shit. That's what Adam is counting on. You already knew. Okay. One bite and he might live till morning. Success is complicated and on the run for their lives. Eve and Adam need the one thing neither of them wants. A pack. Can 3 good men tame the killer and the con artist? Not if this bad alpha can. Bad alpha is an MMFMM romance standalone with a HEA. Don't know what that means. Set in the sweet verse. There's so many things here I don't understand. Warning for violence and the acts of a dangerous woman in command. Because every time a woman is powerful and in command, they have to have her rape someone. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? Or sexually assault someone? I'm talking about you, Yennefer. And I know it wasn't your fault, so I don't hold it against you. It's the writer's fault. Yennefer, you're perfect and you've never done anything wrong. Crazy. Bad alpha, but it's a male. Man love edition. I have questions. Was it the author who wrote it but decided to make it like MLM? Even though I think there was MLM in that one. Or did someone take the title or steal the idea? I don't know. Controlled by the alpha. By alpha villain. Ruled by the alpha. Omegaverse artist. Book artist fanfic. Omegaverse authors. Don't mention Omega, Alpha, or Omegaverse or not in the title challenge. Impossible! Winter's Promise. Omegaverse romance. Should we actually start doing that? Should we start, when we look at things like this, it's an actual challenge. We're like, did they fail the challenge or not? This one would fail because it puts Omegaverse in it right here, Omegaverse romance. This would fail, but only by that one. Should we do it? That would be kind of a fun drinking game. If you want to die. And I've been thinking about going live recently to play games and talk. Just an idea. Stumbling into obstacles. This art is amazing. No, it's so well done. Doesn't look photoshopped. Doesn't look bad. It's great. No, truly. One pro that I do have for it, though, one positive thing that I do like it, is that it seems that we're embracing the male figure, the AMAB figure. Because a very big issue in MLM romances, like in fan fiction and books, stuff like that. One, because unfortunately it's often written by women, which is very interesting. And also like the cis het mindset. Oh, bars. That rhymed. Bars. The cis het mindset. There has to be a masculine and a feminine, even if there's not a male and a female. So I'm glad that we're seemingly like embracing. I don't want to say men looking like men. That does not sound good. That we're embracing masculine and masculine. That it doesn't have to be a feminine. There can be two who are masculine, kind of thing. Just like there can be two who are feminine. All that good stuff. We know this is like the most lukewarm take of all time. It's like a warm take. So I'm glad that we're embracing that. And we seem to see, look, in Shattering Foundations, in Clashing with a Titan. This is the same author though, so. And you know what? I have never seen an Omegaverse story with two men, one or both of them being a person of color. And I'm just saying, and I could say the same with like women who are together, but the thing is I don't really read that because I don't have any like lesbian ships or anything, unfortunately. If y'all know some good ones. I'm waiting. Though I am kind of getting into Gwen and Morgana from Merlin. I know I'm late. The closest that I've gotten to it is that I read Jairus-Kier. I love Jairus-Kier. And then Yennefer, if you know anything about her from The Witcher, she is a woman of color. And I've read Jairus-Kier where Yennefer comes in for like sexy purposes. And she was an alpha. So that's it. That's the only time that I've seen anything like. I'm just saying it's interesting. And we know why. Of course, we know why. But still. Also, I could see it being problematic making the person of color the alpha and the way that they're aggressive and everything, because obviously there's that stereotype. But I could also see it being problematic doing it the other way. So it seems like it'd be more problematic making them like the aggressive alpha. You guys let me know. If you're a person of color, please let me know. I want your input. The alpha's salvation. Failed. You failed. That looks like Taika Waititi. And that looks like Harry Styles. The Taika Waititi and Harry Styles Omegaverse fanfic we never knew we needed. That was a joke, by the way. Do not be writing about real people. That's weird. Deviant betrayal. And is this Omegaverse? You passed it! They passed it, guys. What did we call it? Not a test. They passed the challenge. They passed the challenge. Yes. I didn't even know it was Omegaverse until I looked right here. You guys passed. Is it good though? Science fiction romance. I want to read an Omegaverse science fiction book. That sounds good as fuck. Are you kidding me? But you gotta know what you're talking about, you know? I mean, if you're wrong, I don't really give a shit, to be honest. But we're all kind of just making it up along as we go because there's obviously no specific science for it because it's not real. Or is it? Enslaved. The Life of Anna. So I'm gonna say no on that one. The Destruction You Deserve? No, I don't care. The Destruction You Deserve, a high school dark romance? They call me killer for a reason. High school dark romance. I fuck bad boys. A high school dark romance. They call me killer for a reason. My pastimes are a little violent. I keep my guard up and my circle small. My life is dictated by others most of the time, so when I get a little freedom, I live for the rest. I fuck bad boys, and I satiate my desire for revenge. I was happy with the status quo until he decided to put his nose where it didn't belong. He thinks he's helping, but he's stirred up a shitstorm that's about to crush us all. I love that all the curse words are censored. I hate her. She's stubborn, and her smart mouth is always getting her into trouble. The more I learn about her past and her life, the more I'm convinced this path isn't for me. Ever since my brother was dethroned from our family business, I've been thrust into the thick of it. I'll do what I have to protect the people that I care about, but I won't allow her to become a casualty of our war. This part could be cool. This sounds kind of cool. If this was not in existence, you know? Should I do audiobooks? Like for fun? And I'll read it in that stupid little tone of voice? That'd be fun. That'd be funny. I should do it. If you want me to do an audiobook of your fic on AO3, I'm interested. I'm open to the idea. That'd be so funny. Imagine. Not a chance. Not a chance. You failed the challenge. You failed the challenge. Also, I was thinking about adding to the challenge. Not just the ones that I've stated before, but also mentioning like captive, possessive, like going into the stereotypes kind of thing. Like, well, kind of like this. Like, see, mark me yours, going into the stereotype, going into the Omegaverse kind of thing. See, the old winter chapel, I wouldn't think it was Omegaverse unless I just saw right now that it's Omegaverse. I mean, this would fail because it says Omegaverse right here. But I wouldn't even think so because it doesn't have to do with it being Omegaverse. And I think that that's part of the issue. I think it becomes an issue because you're writing it because it's Omegaverse. You know, it's not just a story, but then they're also an alpha and omega, or an alpha and alpha and an omega and omega to add to the story. Even if the reason you're writing it is because if it's Omegaverse, you're not writing it just because it's Omegaverse. You're writing it because it's Omegaverse and because they're an omega and they're an alpha and you want to go heavy into the stereotypes. But the stereotypes are bad. I thought that was Amber Heard. That would have been kind of funny. I thought that was Anya Shalatra for a second. Like a whitewashed version though, so that's on me. Sins of the flesh. Forbidden Omegaverse. Why is it forbidden? His Omega's keeper. Ah! Ah! What do I always say? What do I always say? It's always about the taboo. It's always about the taboo. This is a step-brother book. There is no blood relation. Do you think that's the issue? Do you think that's the issue? Thinking that it's okay if they're your step-sibling instead of your blood sibling insinuates that you only think that there's one thing wrong with incestuous romance, and that it's because if you procreate, it could have a possible chance of creating a disabled child, which is already interesting. So you're also insinuating if this incestuous relationship, if the people in this incestuous relationship don't procreate, that it's fine. So you're insinuating, you're telling us you don't understand the actual reasons incest is bad. And that's very concerning. The hero is not abusive to her. They're in the situation together. But if you've ever been kidnapped or abused, please be aware that parts of this book may be triggering, okay? It could be triggering to anyone. You know what I mean? Any person as a sibling, perhaps. Every Omegaverse piece of content has some of the stereotypes, and not in the way of like, yeah, they have to have this kind of anatomy, but there's a stereotype in all of them, and they usually go so hard into it. That's absolutely going to do it for me. It did not do anything for me. It did not do it for me. I'm done with the video is what I meant. If you'd like to support me in this channel and help me get out of this hellhole, I have a membership tab on my profile with all these cool little perks, such as member shoutouts, priority reply to comments, and photo and status updates, as well as these cute little loyalty badges next to your name and comments in live chat, which I might start doing with the loyalty badges changing color every several months, so that I know if you're dedicated. If you made it all the way to this part of the video, thank you for watching, and comment A. Fuck it, let's be cheesy. Let's do a wolf emoji. And just because I said cheesy, a cheese emoji. A wolf emoji and a cheese emoji. Should we add another one? I can't think of another one. A mermaid emoji for no reason. If you liked the video, press the like button. If you didn't like the video, press the like button because the dislike button doesn't exist. Subscribe to my channel if you liked the video, if you liked any of my videos. Subscribe if you don't like any of my videos. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed. Subscribe if you are subscribed. But do remember to be a good person. And not a bad one, obviously, because it is the one rule of this kingdom, the one law of this kingdom. It's really not that hard. And also remember that I will not see you, but you will see me next time, of course, because again, that's how videos work. I just started doing the pause a lot longer, and I think it's really funny. Anyway.